Hey guys,
This is Ruby,
and Nicole.
and you're listening to She's All That.
Hey you guys, welcome back to She's All That. This is Nicole and Ruby, and we are super excited. We are actually going to try something a little bit different. Normally on our podcast, at least the last few episodes, we've had stuff like a little more scripted out, a little more structured, but we are just gonna go for it today, and we are just gonna be ourselves, be authentic, and share something. So honestly, Ruby, I feel like I haven't actually sat down and really talked to you for a while.
I know it. Well, the last time we hung out was when you came up to Bellingham. So it's been
True. And
a
also,
long
I mean,
time.
when I say a while, I mean like 3 or 4 days, but that is a while.
So talking on the phone, because it's usually like an hour, 2 hour long
Exactly.
conversations.
And I hear
No,
that
yeah.
and I hear that you have an amazing, funny, amazing story. I think I just said amazing twice, but I'm just really pumped. So let me just I got my Truly right here. I'm ready to
I
drink
got
and
my
listen.
water.
Okay, the healthy one.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers.
But before I share my story, honestly, I'm really excited because Nicole and I were on the phone talking about how we really love the podcast, but we just feel like we're not our true selves. Like, we're really just obnoxious in a good way. I do not think our personalities are any like negative at all. But I just felt like we were true to ourselves, but it's just not our fun side. And I really want people to see our fun side. I think that's more entertaining.
Oh,
So I
totally.
hope you guys like this new version of the podcast.
Yeah,
Please let
let
us
us
know
know.
on Instagram if you're following us, or yeah. Anyway, so today I was really bold and I actually asked a guy for his number. Like, I went up to him. Well, I didn't really go up to him. He
Oh,
came up to
what?
me. But let me just share the story because it's
Okay,
actually
okay, okay.
really funny.
I already have follow-up questions, so just go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I went to Seattle with my mom. She had to go to the Apple store to get a new phone because she got water in it when we went to like Chelan. It was so bad. Anyways,
Oh my
but we
goodness.
weren't allowed to go inside the Apple store, like more than one person per family. And so my mom had to go inside the Apple store. And then in front of the Apple store, there's this huge platform where the team, like the Apple team, can help other customers too. And then next to the platform, I had to share all of this so you guys all understand where I was at.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
There were benches where it was like a rest area, but it wasn't for Apple customers or anything. Just anyone can sit there, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Well, there was this guy that works at Apple, and he was only wearing a mask, and let me just say, from the eyes up and the neck down, he was smoking. Okay.
Okay, hold up. That was one of my questions. I was like, so with the face mask situation, were you still able to tell? Okay, that's
I
great.
could tell. And then, I mean, I had my face mask, and I know we should be having them on, but I could not breathe. So once in a while, like low key, it was so then I could breathe a little bit more, but it was also so you can see like, oh, I have dimples and my whole face. So I took it off for like 2 seconds and
Did
just
you
kind of,
do did you do like the hanging it off the
no,
ear
I took it
situation?
off. I didn't
Oh,
want it to
dang
look
girl.
weird.
I try to at least hang it off the ear so it's like a COVID chic. I mean Okay, anyways, continue. I'm sorry. So you took off the face mask so you could
Yeah,
see
but
the
I had a
face.
Starbucks, so I would drink a little bit and kind of just like look around, and then I
Okay.
would just put it back on, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Got it, got it,
Anyways,
got it.
this guy kept on glancing at me so many times, like full on. Sometimes he would turn all around, like he was like his back was against, what was like facing me, and he'd turn around, look at me. I'm like, okay, for sure this guy is into me. 40 minutes goes by, still hasn't talked to me, hasn't like come up to me. But I was in the rest area, and people aren't there to get their phones fixed or anything, or for Apple. So I was like, okay, I think I'm going to go up there, kind of look around and see if, my mom's almost done, and I can ask him if he could go inside and check if my mom is going to be, is
Oh my
almost done with
goodness.
the thing.
You're so smart. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm going up. So I start like walking, and I see the guy coming like down this ramp from the platform all around like the store to get to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think he's coming to talk to me. I might not have to use this excuse. Comes up to me, Nicole. And he's like, hey, do you need help with anything? And I was like, oh, you came all the way down here just to talk to me?
You're like, yes, boy. Okay.
I honestly was like, well, actually, yeah, I do need some help. My mom is in there, and I don't know. I was wondering if you could go check to see how long it's going to take her, or if I can just go and do some shopping or something. And he's like, okay, what does she look like? So embarrassing. I was like, she looks just like me. Like, we look really alike. And I was like, she's wearing a face mask. And then I paused and I'm like, everyone's wearing a face mask.
Oh my God.
I'm like, she's going to wear like a navy blue face mask. I honestly don't remember. He's like, okay, I'll go see if I can find her. He already knew who my mom was because the moment he walked in, he went straight to the back. Like, he wasn't even looking. I just saw him because they're all windows. There's no
oh
like,
my gosh,
like, all windows
Ruby.
around.
He was totally trying to play it cool, but he watched you. Okay, well, not in like a creepy way, but oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes. Goes back. He comes back. And he's like, okay, well, the technician said that you are welcome to come inside since there's not many people in there. And I was like, okay, great. And then that's when I went. I came in hot, Nicole. And I was like, are you seeing anyone? And he's like, actually, I'm not. And I'm like, and then I just asked him for his number. And I was like, oh, can I have your number? And so,
you bold queen. I'm living for this.
He gave
This
me
is
his
so
number.
amazing.
And then this is the funny part. I felt like he just saw my true self. So I was like, so what's your name? Because I was going to plug it in, And he was wearing a face mask. I could not hear his name. And he was saying, it's Tyrell. And I was like, Tyrone? And he goes, no, it's Tyrell. I could not hear him say Tyrell. And I was like, Tyron? And in my mind, I'm like, he's not black. It can't be that. And I was like, do you... And I like pulled out my phone like with this number, it's like, I know there's a pandemic going on, but do you mind touching my phone and typing in your name?
Oh my God.
I can't hear your name. I don't know how you're pronouncing it. And then he puts it in. I'm like, oh, Tyrell. Okay. And then he asked for my name. And then he asked if he could take me inside where my mom was. And I was like, sure. And we talked for a little bit. But yeah, I texted him and we actually have a date.
Oh my gosh. Wait, tell me more. Like, wait, so did you guys text and where are you going on a date? When is this date? Tyrell?
No
is that his name? Tyrell? That's what you said?
Tyrell, yeah.
Okay, I'm just loving this. Okay, sorry, keep telling.
No, so he said that he is going back home for 2 weeks on Friday. But yeah, he texted me and he asked if I could hang out before he leaves on Friday. So I was like, sure. So I think we're going to hang out on Tuesday or Wednesday, but we haven't kind of made it official.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but that's what happens when being bold and stepping out of my comfort zone.
Seriously. And obviously he wanted that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I'm loving that.
My mom is so funny. She's like, well, you got the cutest Apple coworker at least. I'm like, yeah, he was the cutest one from the team.
Oh my gosh. This is so cute. And your mom, I mean, the rest of the day was successful. Your mom got her phone. Everything was good.
Yeah, we went shopping. It was really nice, honestly.
Wow. Well, I can relate to you. I literally wanted to bring this up to you, Ruby, because so now in Washington State, which I mean, I was already wearing a face mask. So, but now it's like, you got to wear one, out and about. And my goodness, it's just literally really hard because the other day, okay, so the church I go to is so big. And so everything's been online. But this one church that's a little smaller, but I've gone to it a couple times, they started doing parking lot services. So they literally, they drew these red squares in the parking lot. So you go and like bring your lawn chair and you sit in the red square. Yeah. So you're like socially distanced from people. And so I'm over here like wearing this super bougie church outfit because I'm like, yes, this is the first time I get to go out in public. I'm going to see cute church guys. This is so exciting. So I like pull out my lawn chair, like set it up in my red square with my friend. I was with my friend. And I'm wearing like the cute hat, like sunglasses. Yeah, kind of. And sunglasses and my face mask. And then it just dawned on me when I was worshiping. I was like, okay, obviously I'm like really sidetracked at this church service, but I was like, oh my gosh, you can't tell what I look like because I got a hat, sunglasses, face mask. This is like the recipe for disaster for dating. What the heck? And so anyways, gradually throughout when it was casual, I started removing items. I was like, okay, let's put the hat down casually. Okay, now the sunglasses. Gonna put the face mask over the ear. Like, anyways. And then, so that was last week. And then today's Sunday. I was planning out all of my red square church flirting situations. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try to sit by the cute guys again. I'm gonna try to make subtle eye
Are they
contact.
usually in a group, in like a group,
Yeah, like,
or
okay,
okay?
yes, this is like a group of people, like younger guys, like our
Okay.
age. And so I was like, I need to find a way to casually sit by them. I planned out this whole situation.
I
And
love
then
that.
literally, I live in the desert of Washington. It never rains here. And guess what it did all freaking morning? It rained.
Rained.
And so I had to sit in my car and and I was like, well, if I knew this, I would have just came in my pajamas. I mean, honestly. But anyways, I
Next
think
time you gotta
God,
be spontaneous.
no,
You
totally. I
know?
think God was like, serves you right, Nicole. You weren't worried about going to church. You were worried about
You
seeing
were,
these cute boys.
you
So I
were more
think,
for the boys.
yeah, I think he was trying to like remind me of my priorities.
I love that. Oh my goodness.
COVID
I know
dating.
it's been hard. I mean, remember when you came to Bellingham and you asked if I was going to wear a face mask? I was like, no, I want my, if I see my future husband so he can see the full face kind of thing. Obviously, I can't do that now because it's mandatory, but
Like he needs to see what he's getting.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Love
Okay.
that.
Let me tell you briefly about Ruby and I were talking on the phone not too long ago. And you have very strong opinions about the golf playing boys, the boys that are golfers. I feel like you had some strong opinion, like all different types of opinions. I know that you okay, like could you share just a few because they were just interesting to me.
Okay, I really do. And I actually never realized that until we had that conversation. First of all, I've been told multiple times, even by their wives, not to marry a golfer because all they're going to do is leave you with the kids and they're going to golf all freaking day long. And I actually went on a FaceTime date with this golfer and he literally golfs morning till night every single day. That's his job. That's his job. Like morning he works like to teach how to golf and he gets paid, but the other half of the day he does not get paid. He just plays so he can practice and stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't think I could, It's kind of like a red flag to me.
Okay, but Ruby, you literally, okay, so yes, I can get down with that. I've heard that too. But I remember looking out and I was like, the golfers, I always feel like I see a lot of really cute golfers when I pass the golf courses, which I do
Oh,
frequently just driving around places. And I was like, dang, these golfers, like I gotta find a way to like get out on the golf course without actually golfing, And you were saying how they have amazing calf muscles. Like, I don't know, you were like, oh my gosh, they're calves. I'm kind of confused because I've specifically been paying attention to the calves when I've driven by and I have not noticed it.
okay, well, how far are you from them? Because if they're like a mile away from the
No,
road, I mean,
okay.
come on, girlfriend.
Okay, that's a great point. But also, Ruby, I said to you, I said, why would they have such great calf muscles? They're literally driving their little golf carts around.
Nicole, I have no idea. Like, that's literally what I think too. I'm like, how in the world do they have nice freaking legs if they're literally just driving a golf cart? But they always say, it's because we walk a lot.
But every time
I
I
walk
look
a
over
lot.
there, yeah, no, they're riding their little golf carts around. I
Yeah,
think
they
that's
are.
just, yeah,
Which
okay.
honestly, I think that next time we hang out, maybe we should do that. Go golfing.
Well, there's this walking trail around the golf course that I live kind of close to. I always walk around there, and golfing guys are always waving, and I'm always like, "Hello, hey!" And okay. Let me just tell you a quick short story. I was literally telling Ruby, I was like, "I never get embarrassed. Like, I really don't have a lot of embarrassing
Oh
moments
my word,
because
I remember that. I was like, whatever,
yes,
Nicole.
no, I feel like my whole life is an embarrassing moment because I'm just
Yes.
always doing stupid things, and so I don't even at this point. I'm just like, whatever."
I
And go ahead.
I'm right there with you. I literally only have one embarrassing moment. And
Okay,
everything else, like
yes.
other people think it's embarrassing, but I'm like, really? I just think I'm just used to it. I'm
I
just kind of
think that
like, I don't really care.
yes, I think you get so used to it. But I did actually have a pretty embarrassing moment. I had literally just talked to Ruby about the golfing guys, the calf muscles, all this stuff. Okay. And then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm going to figure out a way to get in contact with these golfers. And I'm driving down the road, and there, I swear to God, God just put down this little golfer man by the street. And this golfing guy is staring into the street. And so it dawns on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's looking for his golf ball in the street. And he's on the sidewalk and there's 2 lanes like going in the same direction. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I'm in the one closest to him. And so I'm like, oh, he's trying to go into the road, like probably by the sidewalk to get his golf ball.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna I was driving really slow. I was like, I'm just gonna get over to the lane farthest away so he can just like go into, the road and get his golf ball. And so I switch lanes and I'm just like, I'm going to make eye contact with him. I switch lanes. I make eye contact and he smiles and he's like waving and I like smile and I wave. And then I just hear, and I was like, and I like look in my rearview mirror and he is cracking up and not even just laughing, like he's like slapping his knee, like cracking up because I ran over the golf ball. Like I was trying to get out of the way so he could get it and I ran it over and it was just awful. Anyways,
You were distracted by his friendliness.
I guess so. I was trying to
didn't
make the
know you were
moves.
so friendly, but you're just, I thought you were going to say you fully stopped so you could cross the street.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just a subtle lane switch, but it just backfired on me completely and I ran over his freaking golf ball.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And it did not go unnoticed, but it's fine.
That's so funny. Actually, well, this isn't really about dating because that wasn't really a date, but the other day I went on a date. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm always just going on dates. Guys, I just want to let you know. I go on dates, but it's really great to get to know them, but it's nothing serious. Like we go on a date, maybe 2, and then I never talk to them again. Like, so please don't think I'm like talking to like 40 or 50 different guys all at once.
Okay, Ruby. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, go on about this date.
Well, I went on this date like 3 weeks ago. And this probably was like our 4th date, okay? And we went to go watch the sunset. And for those who don't know, I would hate to have an Instagram boyfriend, someone who just always takes photos of you and posts them and shows you off. I don't know. I always have to be in the mood. What about you, Nicole? Do you like it when guys take photos of you? Yeah.
If it's like a casual, like, oh, turn around, let me take a picture. This is a pretty view. Boom, take it, post it. That's fine. But like a full on, like anything more than that, yeah, no thanks. That's too much.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, this guy was doing like a full on photo shoot, the worst possible angles too. He would show me them and he'd be like, oh wow, look how cute. I'm like, what? I look so fat. Sorry, but I do. Anyways, so we went to go watch the sunset. And in Bellingham, there's a ton of like train tracks where you can go watch the sunset, like the view of the ocean or the bay I'm at. There's like a ton of rocks. So you can sit on the rocks.
I'm envisioning this perfectly.
Yeah, the train tracks are behind you and then the bay with the sunset views in front of you. It's honestly beautiful. Totally recommend going on dates there. Well, this guy pulls out his phone and starts just taking a ton of photos of me. Like not 2, 3, like 50 photos. Like on like I was like sitting up and he was like down below. So it's just the worst. Like I'm sure you could see my double chin, honest to God. I don't even know if I have one, but if I do, you could see it from down there. Okay. And it was just, oh my God, I hated it. I was so annoyed. And I was like, dude, just sit next to me and watch the damn sunset with me. Probably beep out the dam.
Why was he taking it from below you? Was the sunset even behind you?
Well, no, yeah, it was. So to me, I was like, yeah, it was behind me.
Got you.
Some of them, though, he kept on like moving from like different positions.
Is he a photographer? Or
well, he said he was, but whenever I see his Instagram or talk to him, he's never talking about photography or he have a shoot. So I think that like maybe in high school he had this like passion and he loved taking photos, but it didn't really last. I don't know, but I'm
just like envisioning this in my head of him like in the squatting position, like taking all of these photos, like shuffling side to side. Like what a weirdo.
The worst angles, Nicole.
On a 4th date. How like the comfortability. I feel like not even comfortable taking a picture with someone after like 2 months.
I was just like, okay, dude, just watch the sunset with me. I don't want any photos. He's like, I'm a photographer. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, but we've been talking for like 4 weeks. I don't remember ever he's saying he loved to take photos for a living.
You're like, news to me, buddy. Oh my gosh, what an interesting guy. So was there ever a 5th date or was that a deal breaker for you?
Well, it wasn't the full-on deal breaker, but he was just a little immature, so. I think there was
Oh
just areas
my.
for him to grow, if that makes sense.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was still in college and he was a year younger than me and he only had a little bit left, but not that I'm against dating college guys. I just think that they're still in that college phase where they want to have fun and they don't want to take anything seriously. And I don't know. I'm like now thinking about like my finances and like buying a house and all these things, like where I'm gonna live. Like, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
totally,
It's
totally. Speaking
annoying.
of that, do you have anything else about dating? Because I'm gonna change, but
No.
it's about the college mindset. Oh my gosh. I live in an apartment. I live on the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I live in this like nice, really nice area. It's kind of expensive where I live.
You
So like
do.
people don't live here unless they like, okay, that sounds rude. I just mean like everyone that I live around is like couples or single people and they're all like young professionals. Like they're all people with like full-time jobs. Like it's not like a weird place to live. It's not loud. It's really quiet. All of my neighbors are like young couples or like little families or like engineers mostly, like from who I talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, oh my gosh, it has been. I got new neighbors right above me, like
Oh,
literally directly above me.
didn't they?
Oh my. So these new people are so loud.
Oh.
Every day there's music blaring to the point that I could literally karaoke to it because I can hear what song it is and what word it's on. And then literally, I swear to God, they open their sliding glass door to go outside maybe every 10 minutes. I don't know why they're like going inside outside so much. I'm pretty sure they're like clogging or tap dancing up there like constantly. It is just another level. And so you want to know what I did? I wasn't going to like be too confrontational right away,
Mm.
but I emailed management and I was like, I felt like such a Karen, but I was like,
Wait,
I
wait.
have been
Oh,
living here. Do you know what a Karen is? I'm just
my
getting in the loop with
roommates have
that.
explained that a little bit because I have a
I think
roommate
it's
named
just like
Karen,
an
but
older lady that complains.
oh, okay, okay.
Okay, that's what I felt like. And I was like, okay, I'm not trying to bash these people. Like, they're young, they're
Mm-hmm.
partying, whatever. But like, I literally was like, I have lived here for 1 year and I have been teaching online for the past 3 months. And I was like, I am completing my master's degree and I have a very successful podcast that I am recording. It might have been a little bit of a stretch, but I literally was like, I need the quiet. It's just ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. And I just was like going on and on and on. And I like filed a complaint. And I literally am going to go knock on my other neighbor's door and ask them to file a complaint too, because I saw them leaving today, like literally leaving because they had to get away from the noise. So I know it's bothering other people. So I was like,
You should do a petition. Apartment 103.
yeah, seriously. Oh my, it's just so obnoxious.
I love
I
the
can't,
email
I get
though.
so
I
frustrated.
honestly love the email. You just like so over explain, That's so me. When I Google when
No,
something's wrong
seriously.
with my car, I'm always like, when I'm driving at speed 60 miles per hour, and then you just make this sound and it goes pop or something like that. I just over
No,
explain
that's
too.
literally what I did. I was just, yeah. So anyways, I'll keep you updated. I know that I'm sure a lot of
Man,
people
you don't
can
think
really
they're having like
relate.
a house party or
No, they
anything?
100% are. I just saw like a bunch of girls like out at 5 p.m. Like at 5 p.m. What are you doing? Like it's so weird. And I saw a bunch of girls out there that look like they're like 18 or something, really
Mm,
young, like
yeah.
outside of their front door. And I was like, we literally live in like a family neighborhood community. Like I just don't. It just doesn't make
Not the
sense.
scene for college or
No, it's
for
really
house
not.
parties.
It's really not.
No.
So,
Nicole,
anyways,
do you remember our first house party?
oh my gosh. This actually came to mind because one of my friends was telling me she was at a house party and then these crazy loud neighbors. Okay, literally, can you please explain this
I'll
story and
set
I
this
will just chime in. Set the scene.
Okay. I actually have my Snapchat memories. And before we went on this party, I was like record because we were just drinking wine, So we weren't even like we were just like a little tipsy. But I
Totally.
have you. I just like recorded a video of you and you're literally like, I just love Ruby. It is honestly one of my favorite videos.
Okay, Ruby,
Anyway.
I was looking for those Snapchat memories because I wanted to find the thing that we're going to talk about, and I know I have it, so you're going to have
I'll
to send me
send
the
them.
dates. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
I will send them just in case you don't have them either.
So how did we end up at this party? Because I don't even fully remember. Do you remember
Honestly,
that?
I think you were talking to
Don't say his name, but yeah,
yeah, I
blah
think you
blah
were
blah.
talking to a guy. No, yeah, I think you were talking to a guy, and he like brought it up, and we're like, oh, maybe we should.
Oh, you know what?
And wasn't it?
This was the soccer boys party. Like this,
Yes.
our college teams. We weren't cool enough for the basketball team,
No,
but you better believe we were cool enough for the soccer team.
they wanted us there.
Just snorted. Anyways, continue. So we got invited.
We got invited, and then we decided to pull up. I don't even know how we got there. I actually wasn't even drinking. I think it was mostly you. At
Okay.
first, because I was fine. Anyways,
Okay.
because we took my car, remember? So I drove us.
And I wore that sweater that would not stop
I'm
shedding.
sorry, Nicole, but I hated it. I was like,
I
my
literally-
whole car was just covered in just
in
your
the little
sweater.
I threw that sweater away after because it was so weird. And then everywhere I sat in that house party, I'm pretty sure it just left a little trace of me.
Mark.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we go to the soccer boys' house.
Well, beforehand, this was my first house party. Was this your first house party, Nicole?
I don't think so, but I wasn't
Okay.
like experienced in the house party
Okay,
life.
well, we honestly didn't know what they were going to provide. So Nicole and I, the teacher and us, were like, we got to be prepared. We pull out this like big Ziploc bag when we're at my house. What did we put? Like 2 tequila shot glasses, a lime, a knife.
We literally put a knife in there. Like, who does that? A knife. We put a bottle of tequila, and then we put salt. And we did not just put your average white salt. We put in your pink Himalayan salt that you have to like turn over the thing and grind to get on. Like, not even just the shaking. Like, okay,
yes,
another
the
level.
lime, everything. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't freak out when we pulled in with like a knife in the Ziploc bag. Like, they're like, what the heck?
We called it. Do you remember what we called it?
No, what did we call it?
Our party pack. We literally called it a party pack. We're like, you invite us to a party, we're gonna bring our party pack.
We are fully prepared. Don't you worry about taking care of us.
Seriously, we whipped out that party pack and we like, you know,
everyone.
came into use.
Honestly, everybody was so surprised. And honestly, I just was going with the flow. I didn't think it was weird at all, but
no,
everyone
I totally
at the party
thought it was
like,
normal.
You actually brought everything? I'm like,
you even brought the knife and the grinding pink Himalayan salt. Boy, that comes with the party pack.
Which honestly, now that I'm thinking, I can't believe we didn't think that they would have like a knife when it's at a house, you know, but
I know, that was, whatever.
I love that though.
And you know, my favorite part of that night was that I drank way too much per usual, and you were like, Nicole, we gotta go because girl, you are just like, you can't hang. And so you're like, go outside and wait for me. I'm gonna get our party pack and like get some of our stuff and I'll meet you out there. And I will never forget when Ruby came outside and I was literally laying down in the soccer boys' yard, their front yard. I was just laying on my back, just staring up at the stars. Honestly, and you were like, Nicole, get up right now.
Guys, that just scares me. Like, if my friends make a fool out of themselves, I don't want them to. I don't want them to get embarrassed. So throughout the whole party, I was like, Nicole, let's get our shit together. Like, we're okay. You know, just like 2 seconds as we walk out, you know? After that, we're good.
Yeah, that was, I mean,
oh my goodness, that was
what a time
so
to be
funny.
alive.
Honestly, those were such great memories.
That really was. That was so fun. Oh, man. Well, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed our episode. We kind of like just went with the flow, and I feel like it was pretty fun actually to record this one. I liked it.
We did not even plan this at all.
Nothing.
It was just like a regular girl talk when we're hanging out together.
Exactly. And I love that. So you guys, let us know what you think. Like, do you like the more structured ones where we're giving more advice? Do you like the more fun, just girl talk ones? Let us know. It's super helpful.
And give us your honest opinion. You're not going to upset us if you do not like this kind of thing. Like, we really, we're doing it for ourselves, and we've grown so much and we've learned so much about ourselves, but we also want our listeners to enjoy it and Yeah, but thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes. All right, you guys, follow us on Instagram at She's All That Pod, and we will see you next week.
Besos.
Bye.